I'm Nicki Gears.
I'm Kathryn Hill.
I'm Abby Cottam, and this is our journey into football.
So first off, can you just tell us how you got into football, who encouraged you to start playing, and where did you start playing, Nicki, if you want to start?
Well, neither of my parents played football, but they just kind of encouraged me into sport, and football was kind of the way I went. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I grew up with twin brothers, so everything that he did I wanted to do, so just followed him about, went to the park, played football, and that's how I got into it.
Again, none of my parents played football, but a bit like Kathy, all the boys at school played and said I wasn't allowed, so I had to.
And what are your first, kind of earliest memories of football, your first teams, anything that stands out from your time in junior football?
I just started for a local team in Ripon, and then there was some scouts there, so I went to Leeds after that, and was there for most of my career, to be honest.
Yeah, it was just my local team, boys team, and I played there for a few years. Same team as my brother. Then I went to another girls team, which was local, and then eventually Rangers ladies, and I was there for a good while as well. So, yeah.
And I played for my local team, Shrewsbury Town, and then went to Wolves for a little bit and chopped and changed back to Shrewsbury. And
So you're not like
no.
And Kathy, what was it like in Scotland? Obviously, there's a lot of the RTC kind of roots in England, but how different is it in Scotland?
Well, at Rangers it was like an under 15 and 17, so you could work your way up there. I think when I started, was at 17s and then up to the ladies, but I think most teams at that time were starting to kind of get that set up, like the bigger teams like Rangers, Celtic, obviously Glasgow City, so I think most of them had those roots, but it was just starting to develop when I was there. So.
And for all of you, what was probably the hardest part of trying to get into football growing up? What would you say was the most difficult thing that you kind of had to overcome?
I think when they said we weren't allowed to play with boys anymore, that was difficult. When I was about 11, and then I realised like other girls played football, because in my local village where I was, only boys played. And then that when you're really young, I think that's the first thing. And then obviously as you get older, it's like finding what path to take. And there were centre of excellences when I was a kid. And
I think mine was I did quite a few other sports, and it was whether to pick football or whether to pick the other sports. But I never played with boys when I was younger, because I didn't start playing football until I was like 11. So I'd already got past that stage. So.
Yeah, I remember I was kind of at the stage where I wanted to go to girls football anyway, because I think when you're growing up, you get to that age and the boys are faster and stuff, so you're just like not as good anymore, so you just want to get out of that.
And obviously a big thing for all of you was going out into the States and playing alongside education. Can you just tell us a little bit about who you went out and played with and what kind of an experience that was?
Well, I went to West Alabama, deep south, but yeah, I absolutely loved it. It was just very professional, playing football twice a day, then games twice a week. It was basically your life, so it was just incredible.
Yeah, I went to Old Dominion, so I was in Virginia, and I knew the coaches before I went out there, so they were really good coaches, and I didn't really have to think twice about it. And yeah, I just loved it over there as well. Just the lifestyle, the facilities, it's second to none, and you can't really complain. They do everything for you over there, so it makes it a lot easier for your development.
Yeah, I went to Rider University in New Jersey, and the same. It's just you live and breathe it. It's all day, every day. It's sort of your second job, and obviously you're studying alongside it. But it's all about football.
And how did those moves come about? How was it that you got kind of in touch with these coaches and the opportunities to America came about?
I actually went through a showcase thing, so I went down to London and did a big showcase, and there was quite a few coaches there. I just went as it was an opportunity. I wasn't definitely going to go. I didn't have my mind made up. It was just, and then my mum encouraged me and was just like, you just go, if you don't like it, come back. And I absolutely loved it.
Yeah. Well, I knew my coaches, they were my coaches in Rangers, so they moved over there and just got in touch and said, do you want to transfer? Because I was at Strathclyde University. And I said, yeah, why not? I went over and visited, and then I knew straight away that that's where I wanted to go. So, yeah, I wasn't looking into it or anything, it was just kind of out of a chance. So.
Yeah, I was similar to Nicki. I went to a showcase type event, and again wasn't sure whether I was going to go to uni over there or over here. But then once they started getting in touch and kind of like the coaches explaining what it was like out there, I think it definitely. I didn't go and visit before I went, but it definitely worth taking the plunge. It was amazing.
And one of the big things about obviously going to America is that education side as well, and how important is that, especially in female football.
No, it is really important, and over there they encourage you to complete classes and do as best you can, but they work with you as athletes because it's such a big deal over there. If you miss classes for games, like they sort you out. You can do extra credits. It's quite an easy way to get into like education and get a degree out of it, as well as playing football.
Yeah, just what Nicki said, they just do everything to help you out, and then obviously the money in women's football isn't as good as the men's, so it's always good to have that backup, and being able to have that backup whilst playing football is obviously a good bonus. So.
Yeah, the support that they give student athletes out there is huge, and I think they really appreciate how much time it takes to be an athlete as well as trying to study. But they put, especially at my university, they put a lot of emphasis on the education side of it, that if you want to continue to be an athlete, you have to continue studying to a certain level. So yeah, really good support systems out there.
I know Nicki mentioned there that it's such a big deal out there. It really is, you're playing in front of thousands of people, and what kind of an experience that is like, playing in those big stadiums, some really big games.
No, it was incredible. You can't really explain the feeling you get when you step on the pitch. And I know it's not our national anthem, but when they play the national anthem, it's like it just all kind of.
You used to get a buzz, and you were American. You're like, come on. Yeah, it was just good. And then all the other teams, like obviously each university has all its sports. They all come out and support, so you just kind of feel that togetherness at each university, and you obviously go to their games, so they return the favour.
Yeah, I think out there, like especially when I first went out, women's football had a different kind of stature over there than it did over here, and I think that was a huge thing when I went out there and saw the support it had, and the following and the encouragement from people. I think was so different to how it used to be over here. Obviously it's a lot different now, but yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. My uni was like a first year programme for the women's football, soccer. So like we had loads of people coming because they'd never watched it before, like they'd never seen it.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's what